Shall we start? I'm going to introduce you to you. Please listen. We'll try to understand you. That's one of the important things you never understand. What is you is a very important thing you never understand. I'm trying to draw the outline of Aam Aadmi, means common man. See, whatever ideas you cherish inside you as you, sometimes you will think, I'm a brilliant guy. Whatever I do, I'll be successful. Sometimes you think, no, I'm lazy. I don't do anything completely. Sometimes you think, oh, I am bored of everything. Sometimes you think, no. What is life? I don't know what I am. Whatever I touch collapses. Sometimes I think, no, I know. Whatever I touch, I'll make it successful. At various times, you will entertain various ideas about you. The ideas, all ideas you entertain about you is inner image. Understand? All the ideas you entertain about you is inner image. And the way you project you to others, it will be usually with your words only. Do you know who am I? Do you know who am I? Settle down. How you project yourself to others, to your father, mother, husband, wife, boss, your team leader, colleagues, friends, how you project you to others, those ideas are outer image. It will always be more than what you are. How many of you understand that? The big visiting card. The outer image. It will always be more than what you are. How others perceive you. Please understand, never ever imagine the way you show you, people immediately accept it. No. How many of you think the way you show you, people accept you? You are wrong. If you understand people don't accept you as you show, you are brilliant. Because whenever people show themselves, do you accept them? No. The moment they leave, what do you think? Oh, see, this fellow showing off. So how others perceive you, all those ideas put together is others' image. Listen, how you imagine about you or the ideas you carry about you is inner image. The ideas you carry about, you show about you. The ideas you carry about you is your inner image. The things you show about you to others, outer image. How others understand you, that is others' image. How to find out others' image, what others think about you. Don't believe what they tell you directly. They will tell your friend and tell your friend not to tell you and take promise from your friend. And your friend will immediately give you missed call saying that I have something important to tell you. This person spoke to me about you. And if you want, call me back and disconnect. And you will call with all your high BP and high sugar. And it will go on for 1 hour. That is real others' image. How many of you understand that? Now everyone understands. Especially for Indians. Actually, really, I'm telling you. If you want something to spread quickly, say if you want something to reach out to 1,000 people, television. And if you want something to reach out to 1,000,000 people, tell a woman. Especially Indian middle-aged women who is not going for job. They have a title called homemaker. Catch them, tell them something, and take a promise you should not tell anybody. And you will see the speed with which the message spreads. In 10 minutes, even the street dog will bark saying that news. Because we are a tight-knit community. See, we are a tight-knit community. No, I tell you, when I enter into Thiruvannamalai, every house I can name the owner, his wife, live in Indian village only, you will understand. It's a very tasty lifestyle. Very tasty and juicy lifestyle. Lot of entertainment. And whether it is for a death or for a marriage, whole village will gather. Whole village will gather. Unfortunately, the cities are losing that juice. Cities lose that juice. I tell you, the only thing which keeps the India's fabric alive, just only one line. Only one line keeps the whole India. The one line which keeps the Indian fabric, the social fabric is, oh, what will people speak about your family? What will they tell about your family if you do this? That's all. That's all. What will they tell about your family? What will they talk about your family? The other's image. What image, idea others hold about you? And its influence over your thinking, behavior, actions. Fourth, the idea you carry about others and life, called life image. Sometimes you feel, oh God, everyone is out there to cheat me. Everyone is trying to exploit me. Understand? The ideas you carry about yourself is inner image. The ideas you project about you, outer image. The ideas others carry about you is others' image. And the idea you have about life and others, generally, generalized ideas you carry about life and others is life image. These four put together is you. Understand? All these four put together is you. Listen. Listen carefully. I'll tell you from my own experience. The inner image I have, when I look in and see, I just see the vast emptiness as me. Vast emptiness. You can call that as a Atma, God, Shunya, or Purna. Whatever name you want, you can use. When I look in to see who am I, what am I, it is just vast emptiness covered by emptiness. You call it as light or whatever. The way I project myself, my outer image is I am a being to transmit this experience to all the human beings. You call me as, if you think of me as a teacher or guru. Teacher is a person who gives concepts. One step further, guru who gives initiation also. Then an enlightened master who gives experience also. Incarnation who transmits even powers. Whatever level you want, you can call. It is up to you based on your experience. Some may say, oh, Swamiji stood like Shiva. Some will say Shiva stood as Swamiji. It is up to each one's experience and perception. The outer image I project is I am a being here to transmit this experience to you. The other's image, the kind of image people have about me. Each one has their own images. I may say I am here to give enlightenment, but people say, no, first heal my knee pain. First heal my headache. First keep my wife calm. First get me my wealth. Please understand, even if you ask all these things, I am responsible for it. Why, See, to give you enlightenment, if I have to transmit 1000-volt energy, to heal you, I have to transmit only 1 volt. So anything which is within the purview of my declaration, even if you expect I am responsible, even if I have not told directly. For example, I declare myself only as a being to transmit enlightenment. Even though I don't declare directly I am a healer, but if you expect me to heal you or do anything within the purview of this energy play, the energy game, I am responsible. Because when I can do that, why not this? So for all your expectations within the purview of my declaration, I am responsible. So for your image, the other's image means your image, that I should heal you, for that also I become responsible. Please understand. But if you expect me, I should become like Sachin Tendulkar and give 100th century, I am not responsible. Because that doesn't come under the purview of my declaration. Or if you expect I should enter into politics and become a chief minister or prime minister, I am not responsible for that. Because that doesn't come under the declaration of, under the purview of my declaration. Please understand. I am clearly defining for what others, the others' expectation, for what all we are responsible, for what all we are not responsible. for what all we are responsible, for what all we are not responsible. If you expect me that I should heal you, or bless you with wealth, or bless you for good relationships, or bless you to have a mental health or peace, anything which is related to energy, the spiritual energy, I am responsible because it comes under the purview of my declaration. But if you expect anything which is out of my purview of declaration, like the inner image I have is vast emptiness, the outer image I project is the being to transmit this same experience into you all. The other's image, I have thousands of expectations, others' image. Whatever is under the purview of my declaration, I am responsible. Whatever is not, naturally I am not responsible for that. And the life image, the idea about life and the world I have, when I look in and see the life image I have, the image I have about others and life, everyone is here to celebrate the bliss with me. I am here to celebrate. That's all I feel. That's the reason, tirelessly, without feeling tired or bored, I can sit days together, hours together with people. Just like yesterday, NBIA, no break inner awakening. Today again, I came at, I think 12 o'clock. You will see, when I get up from this seat, it may become again 12 o'clock. Maybe I will get up to write and come back and sit. Yesterday, even that I did not get up. And this, not one, yesterday and today, you will see this whole 21 days in front of your eyes. And the next batch, for you this 21 days is over. For me, this is life. Because I enjoy people. I celebrate people flowering. I enjoy I know people are here to celebrate and enjoy life. I can see every batch comes and flowering and experiencing, radiating and going. The next batch coming, flowering, radiating and going. Because I myself enjoy this. I can sit tirelessly without tiredness and boredom. If you have any other ulterior motive, money, name and fame, you will feel tired and bored. No other thing can make you sit and do this passionately unless you celebrate it. Come on, let's see. No, nothing can bring a fulfillment unless you celebrate it. Unless your life image is that. Now I explained my inner image, outer image, others' image, life image. If you apply that into you, dig out all the ideas you have about your inner image, all the ideas you have about your outer image, how you project you to your brother, sister, father, mother, each person, how you project you, pen down. But the undercurrent will be more than what you are. How many of you understand? And inner image will be always less than what you are. You will always think of you less than what you are. You will project always more than what you are. Anand, you want to ask something? No, not now. Wait. Let me finish the session. So pen down all the inner image you have, outer image you have, others image you have, life image you have. Listen carefully. How many of you found out there is a big gap between your inner image and outer image? What you believe as you is different, and how you show you as a different. Listen carefully. Many times, your boss or your friend or your colleague, you will go and convince them that you can do this. Even they will be convinced. But when you come back and sit, you will feel that you are not convinced that you can deliver what you convinced them. How many of you had this time? How many of you have faced? Understand, that is when the self-doubt starts. You convince the other person, but not yourself. The other person is convinced about you, but not yourself. The gap between inner image and outer image the gap between inner image and outer image, that is self-doubt. From there starts self-doubt. And I tell you, sometime you will convince others, but you will not be convinced. Your inner image is different and your outer image is different. In this gap, you start getting confused. Which one is real? That or this? Should I follow this or that? How many of you face that confusion? That's a source of self-doubt. And I am not saying you are supposed to follow the inner image. Don't. Because that is also not true. And you always think, let us at least follow the inner image. You think inner image is the authentic. No, which is not. What is true we will find later. First understand the whole complications we create. This whole thing can be called as self-complications. We are actually masters in creating problems. There are some people, see, any problem you bring, I will give solution. There are some people, any solution you take it to them, they will make problem out of it. Any solution you take it to them, they know how to create a problem. How many of you discovered how you project you to others, your outer image, and how others perceive you? There's a big gap. You try to show you are a humble person, they say, see how he's acting. You try to show as a humble person, they respond, see, this fellow how he's acting, we don't know about him or what? How many of you have seen that in your life? Your outer image is different and the way they perceive you is different. There's a big gap between these two. Raise your hand. The outer image and the other's image the gap between these two, please listen. When you project yourself in some way and others don't accept you, others think of you in some other way, that gap, you feel you are not enough for you. You are not enough for life. You feel inadequate. From that inadequacy only, the self-hatred starts. Understand? That's when you feel, oh God, see, whatever I am doing, nobody is accepting me, or nobody receives me as I am. Self-hatred. How many of you experience this? Feeling inadequate. Understand intensely. Listen. The way you project you, outer image, the way others perceive you, the gap, when people don't receive you as you project, you feel you are not adequate. You are inadequate. You are inadequate. That is self-hatred. Third, listen. The other's image, you expect something and others expect something. I'll give you the example. How you feel about life, how others feel about you, how you feel about others and how others feel about you. For example, everyone around you thinks you should reduce your anger, you should transform yourself. You think everyone around you should change themselves and understand you. How many of you have this conflict? It's not just anger, in everything. The gap between what others think of you, others' image, what you think of others, life image, there's a big gap. Everyone around you thinks you should change, and you think everyone around me should change. And never both of you even try to relate with each other. Sometimes you even give up. I can't change, they won't change. This is the way life goes on. How many of you have given up like that? That is what is called self-denial. Please understand. Or you think they can't change. See, they have to change. I have to change. It is there. You just leave it. Someday you think some miracle will happen, everything will become all right. How many of you live in that mood? Let's push. Someday something will happen, everything will become all right. How can? Living in denial. Okay, someday something will happen, everything will change. This is the way life is. The gap between others' image and life image. If you don't take responsibility, who is going to take it? You don't take responsibility, but you expect someday it will all become all right. That is what I call denial. Self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. I call it SDHD. Just like ADHD. ADHD is for kids, this SDHD is for adults. SDHD. Please understand. All the suffering in our life, the root cause is SDHD. This is the pattern on which the foundation on which your life is built. This is the pattern, root pattern. Understand? From here starts the projection of all your failures, multiplication of all your failures, multiplication of all your sufferings. Understand? 1 adds value to all the zeros. If this 1 is not there, all the zeros have no value. It is from 1, the zeros start getting value. Same way, it is this root pattern which starts from SDHD, adds suffering to your whole life. That adds suffering to your whole life. Few minutes. Let's dig out our self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial patterns. So before entering into the solution, let's precisely understand the problem. How many of you see, even understanding many things have become clear in your head? You will find so many solutions just by understanding. See, 90% of the problem is solved the moment you understand. The remaining 10% is not a problem. 90% is solved when you understand. The remaining 10% is not a problem. Clear? Come on. So let's start. Go ahead.
Nithyananda, the last time I was at IA, last July, Haridwar, I wrote a lot. This time I tried to write.
Because much has been removed from your inner space.
Yeah, I could not remember.
When you complete, it is literally forgotten.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
Not only the incompletions don't have power over you,
Yes.
they just leave you.
Yes.
It is dead.
It's gone. Yes. Okay.
Then you should celebrate. You should not worry about it. Now I am free.
Yes. Thank you.
Wow. This is the power of inner awakening. Actually, I tell you, when you complete your incompletions, not only they will not have power over you, they will literally be forgotten. You will suddenly remember, oh God, some worry used to haunt my life and my whole life used to be hell. For last 3 years, I did not even remember it. It is lost. That's the way life will become.
Nithyananda Swamiji, in the first IA, you explained we have one root pattern. But for the last...
No, understand. Okay. Root pattern is only one. When you dig out all this, you will find many root patterns rooted in the rootest pattern. So ultimately root pattern can be only one. But all this, each of the SDHD will start from one root. Like all these branches goes to one root, but finally root is only one.
Okay, so you may have...
I can say branch root patterns. Ultimately root pattern is only one.
And used about number 3 of the SDHD. I haven't been able to wrap my mind around what, I'm not clear about the answer.
Now I'll explain. Please understand. Can you just look around in your life, person or situation which you decided cannot become part of you because you can never cope up with that, with them. You can never become compatible with that situation or that person. Can you remember something?
Yes. Yes.
There, when you decide this person or this situation or this thing, this job, cannot become compatible for me. I can never become part of that. That can never become part of me. You denied one part of your expression.
Oh, all right, that makes more sense.
That is self-denial.
Because I'm,
You see, for example, I'll give you example. If I decide, oh, idli accent can never match, and I deny you being part of me, then I deny me being guru of you. You being my disciple, if it is denied, me being your guru is also denied. That is self-denial.
one more example.
See, whenever you deny a job, for example, now I gave the example as a person, disciple, guru, as a person. I'll give you as a job. If I decide, oh, this accent is such a big problem, I can never match their accent, they can never match my accent. If I deny this whole responsibility, I'll be denying me being guru. Self-denial.
Okay. And I don't want the self-denial, because then I do not want the self-denial.
Yes. See, self-denial shrinks you.
Oh. So then there's me and you instead of us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Clear?
Swamiji?
How many of you understood this self-denial? How we deny the possibilities. See, all the people you gave up in life, situations you gave up in life, possibilities you gave up in life, jobs you gave up in life, expressions you gave up in life are all due to self-denial. Where you feel your image and their image can never match. Your image and their image can never match. Now, how many of you remember some situations where you did the self-denial? Come on, pen down. Because we'll have to complete it. Every time you deny yourself, you deny possibilities. Clear?
That instead of being a threat to them, if we show them that, we need to show them that we are a protection. In my family, there are people who do not accept Swamiji. So why should I stand as protection to them?
No, you tell them, you being with Swamiji is not going to take you away from them.
They are not bothered about me, Swamiji.
Oh.
They're just about insulting.
Insulting. I don't think your cognition is right. There is no human being just will want to insult ma. There your incompletion comes to play.
No.
See, no, listen. They must be having an insecurity. They will lose you if you are my disciple. Or they will lose a companion, a daughter or a sister. They must be having that. Otherwise, just like that, no human being will have hatred or insulting tendency towards anybody, ma. I'm telling you. That must be, see, once you are not able to handle them, you come to the conclusion, they are all here to insult me. Your life image is wrong. You have to complete with that.
No, Swamiji. I'm not talking about my immediate relatives. They have all understood by now because they see me transforming.
Anybody, even your the second circle, the
They
mom circle, then second circle.
Second circle, they are not bothered about me. Already there are some property issues, so they want us to go out of the house and all that. So they criticize. So what I have been
Now what
doing
I'm
is
saying,
I shun them.
see,
I don't.
property issue is different and this issue is different. If they are, because of property issue, if they are using my name, then gun is the thing. Because it's a property issue. It is nothing to do with your devotion to me or anything. They just use two, three different things. Then gun is the solution. You understand? Or if it is only my issue, then look, people may not have hatred just because of your following or affiliation or love towards somebody, ma.
Where the case was just because of Swamiji, there I have been able to convince them.
That is what I am saying. There you need to do completion.
No, there they have seen me transforming. I was on.
If it is
Nithyananda.
property issue, then it is totally a different game.
So in that
Then
case,
it's
it
a
is
legal right. You have to put up a fight.
So I don't need to protect them.
No.
Even though they are
then
my
see,
family.
what I am saying, then it comes to, is it your right?
It's not about the property that I'm bothered about, but the relationship.
No.
Because every day some.
No. What I am saying, if it is a property, you can't say you don't bother about it. You have to bother about it. It's your life.
I will stand for the right, Swamiji.
Then,
that is there. I will fight for my
that's
right.
all. Then over.
But the relationship is ruined there.
And what I am saying, if relationship is ruined because of property, we will have to take the responsibility for it. No other way. We will have to take the responsibility and work with them. You can sit with them directly, saying that, you see, whether relationship is spoiled or maintained, this is the way it is going to be. Why can't we maintain the relationship? By spoiling it, you are not going to get 1 square feet extra.
But still, the way they proceed about it is to hit on Swamiji.
And that is what I am saying, ma. Here you are confusing too many things. If it is property, that has to be handled in a different scale. So you will have to have a clear different scales. See, when I am giving you solution, you separate the problem. But when you look at it as a problem, you keep it together.
I don't understand.
See, are they hitting at me just because you are connected to me? Or are they using that to put you in depression so that they can win the property issue?
The second one.
So then, you should show them very clearly, you are not going to be depressed. You are going to win the property thing. Yes.
Nithyananda, Swamiji. I think I have issues just with self-doubt and self-hatred. But I think I already know what's the trigger of the situation and also the person that make this. But I already know, but yes, I still having the consequences of that. My anxiety is still there. So I don't know how to complete. I know who triggered, I know what triggered the situation. I don't feel hate and no anger about that situation, but the consequences is still there. So how can I remove it?
The completion done inside will make even the consequences melt down.
Okay.
By day after tomorrow, we will start the completion with others. You will see the completion done here. When the enmity melts down in you, the enmity, the other side will start melting down.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Come on.
Nithyanandam Swamiji. Couple of questions before I open up that questions. I mean, I usually try to stick with my word, and I keep my outer image as close to the inner image. So I could not find many of them, but just a couple of clarification about the self-doubt. Like what is being said is when you project yourself in some way and you convince somebody, but later you don't convince, and that's you categorize as a self-doubt. But how about you convince somebody who gets convinced, but you are unable to fulfill because of certain circumstances? Then what you consider? Do you consider the situation as a self-doubt, or it is completely different concept?
Self-doubt.
Self-doubt. Okay, but because even though because I am convinced, but because of the consequences, you are unable to do it. And I'll give the silly
It is self-doubt.
Self-doubt? Okay.
Self-doubt expressing in its subtlest form.
Okay. And I'll give you a silly example. Let's say I promised my child, okay, this week we're going to go to a movie, and because of certain reasoning, you unable to
Anything you commit and does not happen, when you committed itself, one part of you is not ready to fulfill it.
Okay, great. And for self-denial, one more question here is, for example, you
See, for example, whenever people come to me in Kalpatra Darshan and ask, Swamiji, I want my wife to be healed, my son to be healed, my daughter to get the engineering seat, I'll say Tatastu. The Tatastu, when I say let it happen, I can see very clearly how much it penetrates his being, means how much he is ready to receive my yes. The moment I finished Tatastu, in 10 seconds I know whether it is going to happen or not.
okay.
In just 10 seconds I know. If that guy thinks, you are in so much of problem and mess, you can't do anything, you will help me or what? Then I'll say Tatastu for that. Okay, you will not be helped.
Not I
When
take-
I'm giving you the example. When he says, oh God, Swamiji said Tatastu, I know it will happen. Simply I know it will happen. In 10 seconds I know.
Great. So you
When I give darshan, you can understand. Sometime when people move, then I'll call them again and add further statement. That is, means I have done the QC, quality check. What I said has entered into their biomemory means it is done. And they think, you are a small boy, what can you do? You think you are a god or what? How can it happen just because you said? I say Tatastu for that. Go.
so you say it won't happen. Now it won't happen.
Because that is what he wanted.
Exactly.
See, verbally he is asking, please give me,
Right.
but mentally he says, don't give me, you can't give.
Then I won't give.
Now what is the inner being says, for that only my Tatastu.
That's correct.
Okay, you say I can't give, okay, Tatastu. For you, that is what is life. Go.
I see.
You understand?
Fully understood.
So this is the same thing inside you also. When you commit, if your whole being commits, simply it will happen. If part of you is not committing, it will not happen. In my case, always my Tatastu is my full being. It depends on now the guy who listens. That is why from the first day I insist on listening. Bring your listening. That is enough for me. I can put any seed into your biomemory and it can become reality. When she came and said, 2 years before she attended Inner Awakening, whatever she wrote, she wants as a reality in yesterday's process. She says the whole thing has become reality, including even a small thing like I should go to gym every day. The reason, when I gave Tatastu, I just saw she melted in me. She melted in me. Actually, that is the reason. Originally, when I saw their relationship, the energy was not that complete. So I told, I'll see to it, it becomes complete. Because she can receive. When I say it is done, she is capable of receiving. So I can do anything for her.
That's correct.
No, actually, that is the truth.
Yeah.
When you are ready to say, when you are ready to receive my yes into your being, I can do anything.
So aligning.
For example, I can give you tons of examples, 2, 3 I can give. My elder brother's wife, my Annie. I have one elder brother, one younger brother. My elder brother's wife, she's a great devotee, so strongly connected to me. And morning, they called, she was in Malaysia at the time. She called and told my secretary that she's carrying. And I asked them, ask her, she wants 1 or 2. And she said, no, doctors have already said it is 1. They confirmed. I said, forget about doctors. You tell me you want 1 or 2. She said, 2, Swamiji. Done. And I said, go to the doctor now and check. By evening when they went to the doctor, second scanning, they said 2. Understand? I asked her, you want girl or boy? She said, already they scanned, they said, it's boy. I said, you tell me what you want. She said, it will be nice if I have girls, Swamiji. I'll have boys next. I said, done. Go to the next scanning in Malaysia. It's not illegal. You can find. The second day they went. I think not second day. After a few days they went and they said it's girl. Both. Actually, this 1 and 2 happened in one day. After a few weeks only this girl boy happened. Because the girl boy will be diagnosed only after that. Yeah. So both the time, I said, what do you want? You tell me. Because she just has a deep yes.
So I mean, aligning us with you.
Ability to
Aligning
relax.
us with you.
It's you don't even have to have that big word aligning us with you. Simple word, listening.
Listen.
Let's stop with the simple words so that you feel you can do it. If I use the word aligning yourself with me, you will be visualizing how will I align my front wheel, my back wheel, my side wheel, and the left wheel, and the right wheel. Which wheel will go away separately? Which wheel I can fit it? You don't have to use the complicated thing. Okay. Simple listening.
Okay, good. Thank you, Swamiji. For the
That's all.
Self-denial.
Nothing else is required. Actually, having a listening to an all-powerful person is the greatest gift you can have in your life. For example, for her, I am giving one example. Of course, like her, many devotees are there. I am not for her. Anything she wants, she can get it just by one Facebook message. Whether she wants job or money, because that yes is there in her. It's a connection, feeling connection. That yes is there. She can decide now she wants 1, 2, male, female, a kid, or what she wants in the life. It is now her choice. All she has to do, send a Facebook message, Swamiji, I request you, please bless me this. Wherever she is, one like, done. Done. Yes.
I need the new Facebook page. So you can like.
I'll give you one.
You steal my question.
No, I'm telling you, I'm giving her one example. Like that, I can give you hundreds of examples. Yesterday he was telling that he had a breakthrough formula. It is just one yes. I know the way he received it. Understand? Having that feeling connection with somebody who can cause it is having God as your personal secretary. Personal secretary and personal security. Nothing else. That is the reason I can so casually heal the kids. Because the kids know only yes. It is such a beautiful yes. I can straight heal the kids. The mother is not convinced the kid is doing third eye awakening, blindfold reading. And she says, no, I am doing. You are not convinced. No, how can it be so easily? And she says, I am doing it. Actually, when I touched her third eye, I just saw she just drank me. She just took me inside, her whole being. Understand? That is why I immediately said, your third eye is awakened, now close your eyes and tell me what's the number I am showing. That QC passed. Understand? It is that listening that causes, otherwise I am like a Ganga. I am flowing for everyone. Some people come and take bath and wash their sins and get what they want and go. Some people come and do 1, 2, 3 on that and go. But Ganga is there. I am available. It is your listening that just causes miracles. If your listening is only up to this program is intellectual, great advice. If it is up to this, emotional, feeling connected, devotional experience, if it goes to your biomemory, it is just magical. Wow, 21 days, what he has done to me. What happened to me? Understand? It is just your decision to say yes. Nothing else.
That's why you said you just need to come here. Other doubt what I have is, I think you answered one of the lady, but just want to make sure in context. If you read, that's good enough for us. Because we don't need confirmation.
No. I read and give like and I put comments.
Okay.
I attend almost, I can say that 500 likes and comments a day average.
Yeah,
Because
Bhanu keeps saying me whenever saying, hey, I just chat with him.
I'm, see every break, if you see I am available. See, I use that also as my way of making myself available to people. Every break, when you guys go for lunch, and I'm sitting, so it's called like Diksha.
Like this. Good. So for the self, Daniel, the statement is what other feel about you and what you feel about other and life. So context to that, let's say for example, you make a friend and you go for parties and so forth or hangouts, and then you realize those guys are either smoker, drunker, blah, blah, blah. And you have very strong will not to do that. So you go for 1 or 2 times and you think there is a negative force coming which drag you there and which force you to do so, right? So in such a situation, you're trying to not to participate in next or third or fourth
that is
time.
okay, but a powerful person will be so influential, he will influence them to change.
Okay.
What I am saying, be so powerful and you get them to your party.
Okay. So
You get them to your place to spend time.
I see. I think I'm powerful enough to not to join, but not so powerful to make the
So
change.
maybe you'll have to increase the power. Listen, the next process. See, the morning you wrote, what is the inner image you are having? What is the outer image you are having? What is the life image you are having? What is the other's image you are having? You wrote. Now I give you the option. I have one good news for you. The good news is your inner image, outer image, other's image, life image can be changed as you want. And I have a great news. It can be done immediately. Understand? And greatest news is I'll do it for you. All I need is you ordering. You order based on your menu card. Actually, menu card means anything you order is supplied. Now, I want you to sit and really visualize what is the real inner image you want to have. What is the best inner image you want to have? The best outer image you want to project. And the best others image you want to have. The best life image you want to have. Visualize and then pen down. And making it into reality is my job.